Namaste, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to yet another session in our Weekend with Wisdom series. Today, we will be looking into the topic Vibheeshana Gita, an enunciation on the Chariot of Dharma. We have with us Swami Nikhilananda Saraswati ji. Namaste, Swami ji. Thank you so much for joining us.
Namaste.
Before I introduce Swami ji, I would like to chant a small prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratham Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om. Swami Nikhilananda Saraswati ji is a master of Advaita Vedanta and the disciple of Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda ji and Swami Paramananda Bharati ji. He was born in Mumbai and grew up strongly influenced by the lives and teachings of many saints. It was while studying for a master's degree in geology that he developed an interest in studying the scriptures. After completing the traditional course in Vedanta at Sandipni Sadhanalaya, Mumbai, he served in Chinmaya mission teaching this ancient wisdom in various centers of the mission in India and abroad for 33 years. Since July 2019, he is working independently, not associated with any organization, from New Delhi, guiding seekers in their spiritual pursuits. People like his satsangs because he demystifies this knowledge and presents it in a very simple and rational manner. His knowledge is vast. All those who interact with him, be they students, householders, professionals, or corporate leaders, are attracted to his subtlety of thought and his vast experience in sharing this ancient wisdom. A true teacher, he is always available to any questions put to him from any age group or background. Swamiji has been a regular participant at interfaith panel discussions in and outside Delhi and abroad. He was invited to the prestigious World Economic Forum at Davos in January 2011 and to the Indian Economic Summit in Mumbai also in the same year. He was also invited to the White House in 2015 by the US Department of Education Center for the 5th Annual President's Interfaith and Community Service Campus Challenge. The program was initiated by the US President Obama to build understanding between different faiths. He participated in an international conference on hospitality in Anatolian and Asian cultures at Bangkok, Thailand in April 2014. His video talks on Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and Prakarana Granthas are available on his YouTube channel. His regular classes happen on Facebook Live. Presently, he is giving discourses on the Upanishads on his Facebook page. Once again, on behalf of Indica Moksha team, I extend our gratitude to Swamiji for joining us this session. We are really looking forward to know more about Vibheeshana Gita, a very, very insightful and important essential topic. With that short and brief introduction, I invite you, Swamiji, to take over. Thank you so much.
Hari Om. I will begin with the Shanti Mantra. Om Varnanam Artha Sanghanam Rasanam Chandasamapi Mangalanam Chakartaro Vande Vani Vinayako Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasarupino Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti Siddha Swantastam Ishwaram Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankara Rupinam Yamashrito hi vakropi Chandra sarvatra vandyate Sita Rama Gunagrama Punyaranya Viharina Vande Vishuddha Vijnana Kavishwara Kapishwaro Udbhava Sthiti Samhara Kariణीं Kleshaharinīं Sarvashreyaskarim Sitam Natoham Ramavallabham Yanmayavashavarti Vishwamakhilam Brahmadideva Suraha Yasatvadamrsheva Bhati Sakalam Rajyo Yathahir Brahmaha Yatpadaplavamekame hi bhavam bodhestitirshavatam Vandeham tamashesha karanaparam Ramakyamisham harim Nana Purana Nigamagama Sammatam Yata Ramayane Nigaditam Kvachidanyatopi Swanta Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha Bhasha Nibandhamati Manjulamatanoti Bhasha Nibandhamati Manjulamatanoti Nilam Bhujasya Malako Malangam Sita Samaropitavam Bhagam Pano Mahasaya Kacharu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham Namami Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Bole Siyava Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Shri Hari. Thank you for inviting me to this on this platform to speak on this beautiful topic, Vibheeshana Gita. Before I go into the topic, let me just give a general introduction. This is a very important portion from Ramayana, which talks about the essence of Dharma. So what exactly is Dharma and what is the importance of Dharma? That also we should understand before we can go into this topic. Our scriptures, they talk about the Dharma as that which upholds, dharayate iti dharmam, that which uphold, that which supports everything generally is called dharma. Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankaracharya Ji, in his introduction to Bhagavad Gita, he gives a very beautiful introduction to dharma also. Because Bhagavad Gita is a very important dharma grantha. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya Ji, he writes, कि स भगवान सृष्ट्वा इदं जगत् तस्य च स्थितिं चिकीर्षुः मरीच्यादीन् अग्रे सृष्ट्वा प्रजापतीन् प्रवृत्तिलक्षणं धर्मं ग्राहयामास वेदोक्तं ततः अन्याञ्च सनन्दनादीन् उत्पाद्य निवृत्तिलक्षणं धर्म ज्ञानवैराग्यलक्षणं ग्राहयामासः. That Bhagavan, when he created this world, he also created beings who will uphold the twofold dharma which is mentioned in the Vedas. The twofold dharma is called pravrutti lakshanam dharma and nivrutti lakshanam dharma. These are the twofold dharma which sustains this whole world. See, just as we look at this world from even a scientific standpoint, we see that the world is not just some chaos. It is structured very systematically, and it runs following certain fixed laws. So the scientists, through their investigations, they discover these laws and they understand the working of this world. Like Newton discovered the gravitational law and other laws of motion, etc., and understood certain secrets of this world. Later on, Einstein also discovered certain secrets of this world, certain laws which govern our life, not only on earth, but it governs the movement of the entire universe, the galaxies, the stars, the satellites, all of them are governed by fixed laws. Because there are certain forces which operate in this world and make everything possible. So when we analyze, when we do some experiment and understand these forces, we come to understand the laws which govern them. And they are fixed. These laws are not only applicable here on earth, but they are universal. There are certain laws which the scientists have discovered, which is applicable wherever one is in this entire universe. The laws of gravitation, the electromagnetic forces, how they operate, the minute world of atoms and subatomic particles, the secrets which are revealed in the quantum mechanics. So there are fixed laws which govern this physical world which we see. But the laws not only govern the physical world, because there are in this world not only insentient objects, but on earth we experience that there are many, many sentient beings. So there are those tiny little microbes, viruses, the plants, the animal, birds, fish, human beings. So we also function in this world, we also interact with this world. As a human being, I interact with the world. I interact with other beings. So my actions also must be following some fixed laws. Because when I perform some action, I get the results. Sometimes I get the result as I have desired. Sometimes I don't get. There are people who work so hard, but still they don't get the desired results. Others, they are just born lucky, as we say. So how does our life functions? What are the laws governing our life? What are the laws governing our actions? Just as in science, they say if you perform one action, you get opposite result. There are laws of motion. Every action has got a reaction, etc. So what about the actions which are performed by sentient beings, by living beings, especially by human beings? Do they follow fixed laws? Our Shastra says yes, that our life is also governed by fixed laws. And these laws are also eternal and applicable at all times. Just as the laws of nature are eternal, applicable in all conditions, similarly, there are laws which govern living beings, which are also eternal, and they govern our life in various ways. See, when we study this world, and the more holistically we understand the world, the more properly we will understand the laws which govern this world. If I want to understand the motion of our own earth, the earth is revolving, the earth is rotating, but it is not independent. There are other forces which are affecting the movement of the earth. The moon, which is so far away, it affects the movement of the earth. The sun, which is so far away, is affecting the movement of the earth. Other planets which are there in our solar system, they also affect the movement of the earth. So a person who understands all these heavenly bodies, understands all the forces which affect all these bodies, will be able to say very clearly and properly the effect on our own earth. Just by studying a little portion, we will not understand the whole thing. Similarly, if we want to understand the laws governing our life, we should have the understanding of not only our whole personality, because our body, our mind, our senses, they affect our actions. Whether we are male, female, our age affects our action. Our past experiences, our memories, our understanding, our habits affects our action. What type of action I will perform are governed by so many different factors. Sometimes I may think of doing something good, but there are circumstances which may make me perform something totally different from what I had thought. So people around also affect my actions. The place in which I live also govern my actions. So there are many factors which govern our actions. So it is very complex that what are the laws which govern our actions, because unless we understand these laws, we will not be able to perform proper action to get the desired results. See, why do we perform actions? We perform action to fulfill our desires. All of us, we perform actions to fulfill our desires. Our desires motivate our actions. And in order to fulfill those desires, we perform actions. And when our desires get fulfilled, we feel happy. So driven by the main desire to become happy, I try to fulfill my desires. But while fulfilling my desires, I have to interact with the world. I have to interact with other beings. And they also have their own desires. They have their own plans, their own ambitions. So it has to be coordinated properly, all our actions. Then only it will work very smoothly. Just as the traffic in the city, I have a vehicle, I want to go to a particular place. But there are other people also who have their own vehicles. They also want to go to their respective destinations. So we use the roads. But since all of us want to use the road to reach our respective destinations, we have to follow certain rules and laws while using the road. Otherwise, there will be total chaos and nobody will be able to reach the destination. And we see it even nowadays, even with all the laws, so much confusion happens in the crossings. Even for some time, if the street lights are not working, if the signals are not working, a lot of chaos happens. So if we want to make our journey smooth, free of all confusion and chaos, we should follow the rules and laws which are governing our movement on the roads. And these laws are made by those who have studied the entire structure of the city, who knows all the roads and lanes and by-lanes, etc., who knows at what time the traffic is more, what time it is less, and accordingly they have made those rules. There are certain rules which are applicable for all the cities, applicable for all the different nations also. There are certain rules which are applicable only for a particular city, particular place. So when I, as a person who is using the road, I am using my vehicle to move, I have to follow those rules. It will not only help me, but it will help others also. And life will become more smooth for everyone. So this is just a simple example which I have given of our city traffic. But if you look at this whole world with so many varieties of beings, all of them are trying to fulfill their respective desires. Not only human beings, but animal, birds, plants, they also have their own desires, own instinct, which are driving them towards various destinations. So there should be something which will make it more smooth for everyone. Animal, birds, plants, actually they don't have much choice. So they are guided by nature to function in such a way that it becomes beneficial for them and beneficial for others also. They are guided by nature. They are guided by the laws, eternal laws. They don't have much choice. But human being is something special. Human being is totally different from other creatures because of one important faculty which we have, and we have the complete choice of using it, and that is our buddhi, our intellect. We have the power to choose. We have the power to choose our action. And we have that power because of our buddhi. We can, for example, if a desire arises in my mind, the desire arises in my mind because of my past samskars, past experiences, and their tendencies which are there stored in my antakarana. So the desire comes. So I am sitting doing some work, and suddenly that thought comes in my mind that I want to drink a cup of coffee. So when that desire comes, normally if we don't think about it, we will try to fulfill that desire. Because only by fulfilling that desire, we feel happy. But as an intelligent person, when the desire comes, we think whether to fulfill that desire or not to fulfill that desire, or whether to fulfill that desire now or postpone it. Because now I'm doing this important work, I cannot leave it and go to drink that coffee. Also, from my past experiences, if I drink coffee, it disturbs my thinking, and it makes me, I lose my sleep and all. So I better not drink coffee. So all this thinking I can do. So when that desire comes, I can choose to fulfill that desire or not to fulfill that desire, or replace that desire with something else. This threefold choice we have: to fulfill, not to fulfill, or replace it with something else. Kartum shakyah, akartum shakyah, anyatha kartum shakyah. That is the great freedom which we have as a human being. We have that choice. In Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan tells Arjuna that you have the choice to perform your action. Karmaneva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Ma karma phala hetur bhuhu ma te sangostva karmani. You have choice to perform the action, not to perform the action, or do something totally different. So what should we do? What choice should we take? Normally, people, or many of them, they decide on the basis of their likes, that I would like to drink coffee, so I will just drink it. I won't bother about my health. I will not bother about my other work. I like it and I will do it. So many, they follow their likes and dislikes in deciding what to do and what not to do. But that is not a very intelligent thing to do, because if we continue to do what we like, it might not lead us towards our ultimate goal. It might not give us that happiness, peace, contentment in life. So under this circumstance, what should we do? Actually, instead of doing what we like, we should do what is right, what is proper. We should choose our action based on what is proper, not what I like, not what my emotions tells me, but I should choose actions based on what is proper. In Bhagavad Gita also we see, you have heard the background, the story of this Mahabharata and what happened to Arjuna on the battlefield. He had come to fight that war. He was all prepared, was ready. But then when he saw his own people in front of him, he saw Dronacharya, Bhishma Pitamaha, his other teachers, his relatives, his friends, his brothers, his cousins. He got totally confused. He did not know what to do because this choice was there in front of him, to fight the war, not to fight, or do something else, just go away, go to the Himalayas. So he was thoroughly confused. But a very intelligent thing he did. Luckily, he had Bhagavan himself as his charioteer. So he surrenders to Bhagavan Sri Krishna and he requests him that you please tell me what is the right thing for me to do. Yes, Shreyasya Nishchitam Bruhitam Me. What is Shreya? What is proper? What is right? That you tell me. And Bhagavan teaches him the whole Bhagavad Gita to convey to him what is the proper action for him to do. Bhagavan says, you may not like it. You may not, it may not appeal to you, but it is the proper thing for you to do. So from the standpoint of his Varna, from the standpoint of the condition of from the standpoint of the situation in which Arjuna was there, from the standpoint of what is proper for the whole kingdom, for other beings, from a very universal standpoint, also understanding the nature of Arjuna, his past, Bhagavan who has got the knowledge of everything, he is Sarvajna. He knows everything. He knows the karma of all the beings of this world. He knows the past, he knows the future, he knows the whole structure of this whole entire universe because it's expression of himself. So with that holistic understanding, Bhagavan told Arjuna what is good for him to do. He said, you as a Kshatriya, you fight this war. Keeping your mind balanced, yogastha kuru karmani sangam tektva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samam bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatva, to remain equanimous and fulfill your duties itself is your dharma at this point, so you do it. But Arjuna could not understand it in the beginning itself. So Bhagavan had to reveal this thing, giving so many different logic and reference to the Upanishads. He taught Arjuna the entire secret of this whole universe so that Arjuna could understand the logic behind following a particular path, doing a particular type of action. And he was satisfied. After listening to the entire Bhagavad Gita, in the end, Arjuna told Bhagavan Krishna that Karishye vachanam tava nashto moha smritil labdha, all my delusion has gone. And I have regained my understanding, and I will do as you say, because that is the proper thing to do. So this dharma, it is that which tells us what is the proper thing for us to do as a human being. See, what is proper for me may not be proper for you. What is proper at one time may not be proper at another time. What is proper at one age may not be proper in some other age. What is proper for one gender may not be proper for the other gender. Because all this influences our actions, all this influences our thinking. Our thinking is influenced by our gender, our age, our birth, the quality of our mind, the quality of our intellect. All this influences our thinking process and our actions. So one who understands the whole personality of a person will be able to teach that dharma very appropriately, properly. And the one who understands everything, one who has got all knowledge, one who has got all the wisdom, is only one being, and that is Sakshat Ishwara only. So Ishwara alone has revealed dharma, means the karma which we have to do, which will benefit us individually, and it will benefit the whole society also. Make living smooth and easy for all of us. That is the purpose behind this dharma. So there are these twofold dharma which are mentioned in the Vedas. Dve vidho hi vedokto dharma pravrutti lakshanaha nivrutti lakshanascha. One is called pravrutti lakshana, the dharma of action, and nivrutti lakshana, the dharma of meditation, which takes us towards self-realization. So generally, we follow the path of action, the pravrutti dharma. And this pravrutti dharma is based on in our Vedas, in the Upanishads, in the Bhagavad Gita, in our other dharma granthas. The pravrutti dharma is mentioned based on our varna and our ashrama and our gender. See, when we are born in a particular body, in a particular family, what propels us to take birth? Our own karma which we have done in our past propels us again to take birth. We are born with our own mind, we are born with our own intellect, we are born with samskars, impressions which we carry from our past lives. Therefore, we find that even children born in the same family to the same parents will have different personalities also. So our Shastras, they say that the Prakriti, that is the gunas of Maya, affect our mind. The Sattva gun, Rajogun, Tamogun affect the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act, the way we decide. The whole personality is governed by these three gunas, the Sattva gun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. See, I am giving a general introduction here, then we will go to the main topic. Once I start talking, then so many points they crop up. So our personality depends on the gunas which we have, with which we are born. Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. And based on this, there are this Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And we are born as a man, as a woman. So based on our Varna and based on our ashrama, Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanprastha, Sannyas, the Shastras have given certain dharma for us. That if I am a Brahmana, I have this dharma, I have this thing to do. This is the best thing for me to do. This is the best way for me to live in this world. If I am Kshatriya, then this is the right way to live in this world. If I am a Vaishya, I am a Shudra. So there are rules, regulations given to me based on my Varna and my ashrama. It is the general, that is called Vishesh Dharma, special duties mentioned to us in the scriptures based on our personality, which is based on the three gunas. See, nowadays also, if we want to do some work, we can analyze our personality, whether we are suitable for that work or not. That work involves a lot of physical actions, or that work involves a lot of thinking, or that work involves imagination. So based on the type of work, we analyze our own personality and try to find out whether I am suitable for that work or not. In the world, there are certain work which requires the use of our buddhi a lot. There are some work which requires the use of our strength, our power, our management skills. There are some work which involves creativity. We have to be creative, we have to be productive. There are some work which involves just skill. So depending on my own personality, my structure, the best work which is suitable for me, if I do, it will give me a lot of joy and it will take me towards my destination. So the Shastras, they give what they call the Varnashrama Dharma, which is the Pravritti Marga, Pravritti Dharma, meant to make our life smooth in this world and maintain a balance in the society also. So if every one of us do our duties based on our Varna and Ashrama and gender, then it will be good for all of us. Just as in a clock, that different parts are there in the clock. There are wheels, there are springs, there are certain gears which move in different directions. So each and every part, they have their own role. So all these parts, if they play their role properly, then the whole clock will function properly and give accurate time. In the same way, a society also is like a clock. Everyone has got their own function. If they do their function properly, the whole society will work like a clock, very smoothly, accurately, properly, and everyone will be happy and everyone will be able to attain their respective goals. So that is the pravritti dharma. But then there are those who, okay, why do we perform action? What is our desire? Why, when we are born in this world, what do we want to achieve? What is it that we are looking for? See, when we study our own desires, we will find that there are multiple desires in our antakaran, countless. If you study the desires of all people, there are variety of desires are there. You won't be able to keep track of them. But our Shastras, they have classified these desires into 4 groups. They are called Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. It begins with Dharma, concludes with Moksha. In between, there are Artha and Kama. Artha means desire to collect wealth or material goods, to protect our body, to protect our family, desire to have a house, desire to get a good job, desire to earn a lot of money, so that my life goes smoothly. I get enough food for myself to eat and my family, enough comfort. So this, many of the desires are of this category. Artha, it's called Artha Purushartha. Desire to earn wealth or some material goods and all, so that our life becomes easy, comfortable, smooth. We are protected. This is a basic desire. Even animal birds, they also have this desires to protect their own body. And for that, they work hard to eat, to drink, to rest, to mate. And once we have this desire fulfilled, or even simultaneously with this desire, we also have a desire to gain some joy, to gain some happiness. That is the desire for Kama, it is called. That I just don't want to be just living, what you call, protected, but I also want to enjoy. So through my senses, I want to enjoy. Through my mind, I want to enjoy. I want to enjoy interacting with people. I want to enjoy eating, drinking, living in a very luxurious place and all those things. So there is this desire for pleasure, calm. Again, this is also common to all beings. They have this desire for calm, of pleasures. So artha and kama is there, which propels us into various types of actions. But as I said, if we just leave our actions only for our likes and dislikes, then it will lead to chaos only. So this artha and kama purushartha has to be properly guided by dharma. So there is this dharma purushartha, which is to follow the path of righteousness, to do something by which not only we attain our artha and kama, but others around us also attain their artha and kama. So dharma makes us think from a holistic standpoint. Dharma makes me think about the welfare of others also. Just as I want to be happy, others also want to be happy. Just as I want to protect myself, others also want to protect themselves. Just as I don't want people to hurt me, others also don't want them to be hurt by anyone. So the basic thing about this dharma is that do unto others what you would like others or what you want others to do unto you. Means if I want protection, I want happiness, I want comfort, I want respect, I want honor, then give it to others also, because they also want. There are certain things which are basic, which are wanted by everyone. The total basic thing which all beings they want is protection. They don't want to be hurt. They don't want to be destroyed. They don't want to be harmed. So the basic dharma which everyone should follow is the dharma of ahimsa. Therefore, our Shastra says ahimsa paramo dharma. Ahimsa is the basic dharma. So dharma is something which gives a structure, a balance to our artha and kama. And this is given based on our own personality, based on our own gunas, based on our varna and ashrama. So when I understand my own varna ashrama and follow the dharma properly, then it will not only make my life easy and comfortable and peaceful, but it will make the life of others also peaceful. The problem occurs when people don't follow their dharma, when they do something which is against their dharma, when they do adharma, or when they follow paradharma, somebody else's duties, then there is problem. If everyone does their own duties properly, the whole world will function in a very smooth way. So this is pravritti dharma, dharma artha kama. But what do we want ultimately? Actually, ultimately, we want to be free of all our sorrows. We want to become free of all our sufferings. We want to be eternally happy. Deeply, every creature wants to be eternally peaceful and happy. This desire is there, inbuilt in us. We are born with this desire. Therefore, we are seeking pleasures. We think that maybe if I get more and more pleasure, that pleasure will become eternal. But it doesn't work like that. No pleasures of this world is eternal. All are temporary. But I seek eternal pleasure, eternal happiness. It is an inbuilt desire is there in me. I want to be free of all my sorrows, all my sufferings, all my limitations. This is called desire for moksha. And our Shastras they say that this desire is there because it can be fulfilled. It is not a utopian desire. It is not an impossible desire. It is a desire which can be fulfilled. And it can be fulfilled only when we come to realize ourselves as we are. When we recognize our own supreme nature. When we come to understand that my real nature is not, I am not what my body is. I am not what my mind is. My body, my mind are only outer structures. Actually, I am different from my body, different from my mind. I am that supreme self which is eternal, which is deathless, which is pure knowledge and pure bliss, which is infinite. That is my real nature. So those who understand this, those who get a glimpse of this through satsang, through the purity of their mind, then that desire comes to their mind that I want moksha. So the Shastras, they have this nivritti dharma, which guides us towards moksha. In Bhagavad Gita, Shankaracharya ji writes, कि अभ्युदयार्थः अपि यः प्रवृत्ति लक्षणो धर्मः वर्णाश्रमांच उद्दिश्य विहितः स देवादि स्थान प्राप्ति हेतुः अपि सन् ईश्वर अर्पण बुद्ध्या अनुष्ठीयमानः सत्वशुद्धये भवति फलाभिसन्धिवर्जितः. That this pravritti lakshana dharma, based on our varna ashrama, when we do it, it gives us all-round prosperity. But if it is done dedicating all our actions to Ishwara, it leads to chitta shuddhi and makes us fit to gain self-knowledge and become free of this samsara. So the path of dharma itself leads me towards moksha. So there are twofold benefit of following the path of dharma. It's called abhyudaya and nishreyasa. Abhyudaya means all around prosperity, and nishreyasa means moksha. Now, one question comes in our mind, that there are people in this world who do not fall under this category of varna and ashram. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, especially in Kali Yuga, a lot of people are there who may not know their varna and varna. Because we are born in a particular varna, but if that system is not followed for some time, if we have given up our own tradition, we may not know exactly in which varna I am. And if I don't follow the dharma based on my varna for some generations, then it gets lost also. So what about those? What about those people who do not know their varna? How does the scriptures guide them? Are the Shastras meant only for those who have understanding of their varna? Or does it give guidance to all beings? Actually, the Shastras give guidance to all beings. Even those who don't have the understanding of their own word. The Shastras give guidance to all. So if we know our own Varna and Ashrama, then we can understand our Vishesh Dharma, the particular duties which we can do. But if we don't know, then the Shastras give what is called Samanya Dharma, a general guidance to all beings. Not all beings, to all human beings. And general values or general dharma which has to be followed by all, irrespective of your gender, of your age, of your place where you are staying. There are certain rules and laws which should be followed by all and which will be beneficial for them and for everyone else also. General rules. You just follow them, it will be good for all. And one of the things which I mentioned is ahimsa. Like that there are satyam, ahimsa, satyam, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. And so many others also are mentioned. They are called samanya dharma. Whether you are a man or a woman, whether you are born in a particular faith or not, or different faith. Nowadays we have different faiths and different religions. Dharma cannot be translated as religion also. Dharma is not religion. Dharma is sanatana. Dharma, the eternal laws which govern all beings. Just like the laws of nature. Gravitational law cannot be of a particular religion. You cannot say that, no, I don't follow this law because I'm born in a different religion. I don't follow gravitational law. I will walk from my terrace to the other building, but I will fall down with the same speed, with the same velocity, whether I follow the law, whether I like it or not. Similarly, these laws, they are applicable for all and good for all. So that is called Samanya Dharma. So in this Dharma Ratha, this Vibheeshana Gita which we will be doing, Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra Ji teaches this Samanya Dharma to Vibheeshana Ji. See, again, to go back, the very source, the very basis of dharma is understood through the Vedas. Therefore, the Vedas are called Vedaha Akhilaha Dharma Moolam. Vedas are the very root, very source of dharma. And all other texts and all other Shastras in tune with the Vedas are also called dharma, are also valid and to be followed. So what is so special about these Vedas? There are three important things which you have to understand about the Vedas. What are they? Vedas are Anadi, Ananta, and Apaurusheya. The Vedas are Anadi. Anadi means beginningless. Beginningless means they are always there. The Vedas, the knowledge which is there in the Vedas, which gives the knowledge of dharma, both pravritti and nivritti dharma, they are beginningless. With the creation of this world, the Vedas also are created. Means they also come into manifestation. They are always there. They come into manifestation with the manifestation of this world. This world is not created for the first time. The world comes into a creation, it is sustained for some time and again goes into dissolution. And this cycle happens in millions and millions of years. The creation, sustain and dissolution take place in the vast time scale. Vast time scale. At present, the world is, the creator is 50 years old. The creator's time scale is so vast. So, this world in which we are born is not first time created, first time. It has been going on in cyclic. And we as human beings who are born on this earth, we are also not born for the first time. There are many cycles of beings who get created and become extinct also, and then again they evolve. Again, humanoids are born. Again, after some time we fight and we might again get extinct. So this goes on and on. See, before human beings were born on this earth, the earth was there and the laws of gravity and all was functioning as before. Even before Newton discovered that law, and even before our Rishi Muni discovered the law before Newton also, the laws were there, present. They are not created by human beings. So we as human beings, the present human generation has come on this earth few million years ago. And we will live for some time. And then the whole thing will get extinct also. A lot of time the living beings have gone into extinction. And again start from scratch. And after so many million years, again human beings will be born. So this goes on and on. So these laws, this dharma which is there revealed in the Shastras, they are eternal. They are always there. And when a particular type of human beings, when are born, then this gets revealed to them within. It gets revealed to them. And that's what Shankaracharya writes here. That Bhagavan who created this world revealed this pravritti dharma to few great rishis, and he revealed the nivritti dharma to rishis like Sanak, Sanandan, Adi. So it gets revealed to us. Because there is nothing in this world by which we can store things. We cannot store. We write in our books, we have libraries. Nowadays we store things in computer and all, but after some time everything will get destroyed. But the dharma is stored by Bhagavan himself, is protected by Bhagavan himself. And even in a short duration, when there is a problem in dharma, Bhagavan comes to again restore it. So yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya ch dushkratam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Bhagavan again comes and restores the dharma if it has gone haywire here and there, and again it runs smoothly. So this dharma, the Vedas are eternal. They are beginningless. They are vast, ananta. Anadi, ananta. Ananta means vast. What we have now available in the present time is a very minor fraction of the Vedas. The vast Vedas are not available for us here. And many of them have gone extinct. They have just disappeared with the onslaught of Kali Yuga. A lot of this Vedic literature gets they disappear. But Veda as such is vast. And whenever required, again, person having the knowledge of the Vedas will be born. Like Veda Vyasji was born with the knowledge of the Vedas. Like Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya ji was born with the knowledge of the Vedas. He is the avatar of Bhagavan, so he is born with the knowledge of Vedas. And he came, he revealed the essence of the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra through his Bhashya, because he has got the understanding of all the Vedas. So Vedas are Anadi, Ananta and Apaurushya. Apaurushya means they don't have any human authors. They don't have any human authors. Human beings have not composed or written the Vedas. See, when we talk about even ancient literature, we know their authors. Like Ramayana, we know Valmiki ji has written Ramayana. We know Mahabharata was written by Veda Vyasji. We know grammar was written by Panini and all. But when we talk about the Vedas, we don't know their author because there is no author. It is revealed by Ishwara himself. So Anadi, Ananta, Apaurushya, this is the very nature of the Vedas. And we can analyze it and get convinced that what is said about Vedas is true. And based on the Vedas, we have the Puranas. Puranas also convey the same truth as revealed in the Vedas. Then we have the Itihas called Mahabharata and Ramayana. They also convey the same truth as revealed in the Vedas. Then we have a lot of Dharma Granthas, Smriti Granthas, Manusmriti, Gautam Smriti, etc., which also reveal the truth as revealed in the Vedas. So Vedas are the Praman, not only for Dharma, but for Brahma also. And in Gita, Bhagavan says that if you want to follow Dharma, then follow as guided by the Shastras. Tasmat Shastram Pramanante, Karya Karya Vyavastito. So Shastra is the Praman. So understand the Shastras and follow them accordingly. So the Dharma is revealed not only in the Vedas, but all the Shastra tuned to the Vedas, like Mahabharata, Ramayana. So in the Ramayana, we have Valmiki ji who wrote the Valmiki Ramayana, the Adi Kavya, the Charitra of Bhagavan Sri Rama and Sita ji. And through this Charitra, through this Ramayana, the essential teaching of the Vedas are revealed. Through the Charitra of Sri Rama, the teaching of the Vedas are revealed. Ramchandra ji is the very embodiment of Dharma. So through his life and through his teachings, he revealed the secret of Dharma. So here this portion which we will see is from Tulsi Ramayana. It is found in Lanka Kanda, and it is after Doha number 79. The battle between Sri Ram and Ravan was about to begin. Ravan was seated on a chariot, well equipped, and he himself was well dressed for the war, wearing all the armor and all the weapons. And Ramchandraji was just bare feet, not having any armor, just having his bow and arrows, and just standing on the ground, no chariot. So Vibhishana was very concerned. He became a bit concerned, worried. He knew the strength and power of his own brother, Ravana, so mighty. So out of his own love for Bhagavan and his devotion, he became concerned. And he asked Bhagavan that, how will you fight such powerful warrior, this Ravana, without a chariot, without armor, without proper weapons? How will be you able to fight? So Bhagavan Ramchandraji, taking this opportunity, he reveals the essence of dharma. He says the chariot which is required to fight enemies is different. And then he described that chariot. It is a dharma ratha which he describes. So in that dharma ratha, he describes the Samanya dharma, which if we follow sincerely, we will not only be able to defeat enemies which come in our life within as well as around us, but even this powerful enemy, this Ravana, who represents the moha, the jnana, which is the very cause of samsara, he can also be defeated. So we will go into this topic in our next session. Now, if you have any questions, you may ask. Shri Hari will moderate.
Yes, Swamiji. Thank you so much
for
first setting the context with the nuances of dharma and the various layers that goes within it. And then introducing the topic. We will be looking more of the topic in the evening talk, which is at 5 p.m. Now, based on the topic, the talk that we just listened, if there are any questions, I request the viewers to post your questions in the Q&A box. And as the questions come, I shall read them to you, Swamiji.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, you may ask.
Yeah, sure.
So this time is given for questions and answers session.
Swamiji, I had a question.
Yes.
Could you again please highlight the difference between Samanya Dharma and Vishesha Dharma?
Achha. So Shri Hari has got this question for me to highlight what is the difference between Samanya Dharma and Vishesha Dharma. See, our Visheshta is based on our guna. We are born with a particular guna. This, our body, our mind, our senses are all expressions of Bhagavan's Prakriti, which is also called Maya. And this Prakriti has got three gunas, Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. And this Prakriti is in the hands of Ishwara only. So the material which go to make our body, mind, intellect is the Prakriti. And how I use the material is my action. Huh? So in Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan says that these 4 varnas are based on gunas and karma. Chatur varnim maya shrishtam guna karma vibhagasya. So these gunas are in the hands of Ishwara, but karma are in our hand, in the sense we have the choice. So based on the gunas, we are born in a particular family, in a particular varna. So I may be born in a Brahman family, a Vaishya, Shudra, because all this is based on my past karmas. The past karmas of my parents, the past karmas of myself, the past karmas of my brothers, sisters, the karmas of the society in which I am born, the family in which I am born. All this play a role, and that is done by Ishwara. Ishwara handpicks and put me in a particular place. Just like when a person plays the chess and all the chess players, they just pick up the thing and just place it. Like that, Ishwara places me in a particular place. Ishwara decides where I will be born based on my karma. Just as when I go to sleep, what type of dream I will dream is not decided by me. It is decided by Hiranyagarbha. He decides what dream I will have. I might like to have a nice fancy dream, but Hiranyagarbha will have his own other ideas. Similarly, what type of life I will have after my death, where I will be born, is not decided by me. I might like to have a nice fancy life, but it is decided by Ishvara and decided on the basis of my karma and basis of the gunas, because this karma also influences the gunas. So when I die, the type of influence I have on my mind, body, intellect and all, on the antakarana, based on that, the next birth is given to me. So I am born with a particular tendency, born with a particular quality of my mind, of my body. That's called my varna. And we have these 4 ashramas, brahmacharya, grahastha, vanprastha, sannyas. So based on, and my gender. So based on this, the scriptures give duties to me. That, oh, if you are a Brahman, in Gita also Bhagavan says the Brahmanas' duty is this, Kshatriyas' their duty is this, Vaishya, their duty is this, Shudra this. So that's called Vishesh Dharma. But if, okay, if for the one who is following this Vishesh Dharma also, Samanya Dharma is there. Means I have to follow the Samanya Dharma also. But sometimes the person may not know his Varna, not know his Ashrama. For them, the Shastra says you just follow the Samanya Dharma. That is fine. That is not something less. That is not something which will deprive you of your ultimate goal. Everyone has got the opportunity to attain that ultimate goal, and everyone has got opportunity to maintain law and order in this world. So just as, again, to give that example of the traffic, if I have to drive on the roads, then there are some rules. Government has got the rules that I have to get a license, proper license, not improper license. Improper license also we can get by paying some money and all. But I have to go through the process, give the test and all, and get proper license. And only when I have the license, I have the permission from the government to drive. So similarly, based on my gunas, and the duties are given to me. So you are a Brahman, you do this. You are Kshatriya, you do this. And this keeps the balance of the world going. But if I don't know my Varna, then I have to follow the Samanya Dharma, which will also guide me towards my ultimate goal. I hope you... And Samanya Dharma are the values which we know very much. we heard about it. Even in Gita, Bhagavan talks about these values in all the chapters, most of the chapters. In 13th chapter, he says, Amanitvam, Adambhitvam, Ahimsa, Kshantira, Arjavam, and all. So these values, the important, some 10 values or 12 values are mentioned. Here Bhagavan mentioned some 22 values. If we follow them sincerely, then we are a dharmic person. I am dharmic. Suppose I am a brahmana and not following anything, then I am worst. But if I am following the proper rules, regulations, see, even again to give the example of traffic, not only those who drive the vehicle, they have to follow rules, but even people who are using the roads, walking, they also have the rules. They should not just cross anywhere if they want. They should follow the proper traffic rules. So Samanya Dharma is meant for all beings of this world, and Vishesh Dharma for those who know their Varna and Ashrama. And when we follow this Dharma, it will be good for everyone. We will know more about this as we go ahead in this topic.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Swamiji. We have one of our audience asking the question, Dharma is followed in Eastern religions. However, Western countries have not followed and has led to destruction through colonization for 1,000 years. Why is this so?
Why is this so means? Why they have done that?
Why
they have not followed?
Yeah, why have the Western countries not followed Dharma?
Yeah, actually the Shastras not only tell us what makes us follow Dharma, but also tells us what makes us not follow Dharma. So there are certain negativities which are there, like Kama, Isha, Krodha. In Gita, Bhagavan says, Arjuna asked the same question, that why some people, even after knowing, they do something wrong. Bhagavan says, Kama, Isha, Krodha, Isha, Rajo, Guna, Samadbhava. Mahashano Mahapapma Vidhenam Vihavarinam. That intense desire which is there and that anger which is there propels people to go on the wrong path. All this we will study when we do this text. See, what is that which makes us not follow Dharma? And that is the problem actually for the whole world. Just like in a society, in a country, we have a constitution guiding all our laws. This Samanya Dharma is a constitution for the whole world, for the whole humanity. The whole humanity should accept this and follow it sincerely, whatever be their background. Only when the whole humanity understands this properly, there will be proper law and order in the whole world. Otherwise, with this Kali Yuga, there always will be some clashes, some trouble, some conflict. But the solution is Dharma.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Can we have one more question, Swamiji, before we conclude?
It's already time up.
Yes, so, it's 1:30.
Maybe a quick question. Okay.
Yeah. If we are a product of our gunas based on past karma, what role can parents have influencing the behavior of their children?
It will take much time to answer this question. Maybe you can reserve this question and ask me next session. Okay?
Definitely. I will ask it again in the next session.
We will conclude with a prayer now.
Sure.
Okay? Hari Om, Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Bole Siya Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. So Hari Om. So see you in the next session at 5 o'clock. Now we will conclude with a prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.